What's going on, beautiful people? Today, for this 4-year anniversary video, I'm gonna be talking about just one sec. Buttercream frosting, highly recommend. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about my experiences in terms of body dysphoria, my top surgery, and how I feel mentally after taking testosterone for 4 years. Let's go with the most recent thing, which is my top surgery. I feel like I'm not complaining in terms of having the surgery and all that, but in terms of mental preparation, there wasn't much of that. For someone that never has had a surgery before, it does take a toll on your mentality because you really want to be... So for an example, I would be laid up on that bed for weeks, and I'm all thinking, I want to just see myself. I just want to go back into the groove of things. And every single day literally feels like, I don't know, each day feels like a week in itself. Because you're sitting there, you're physically not able to do anything. Like, I think the saddest moment for me was I was laid up, propped up like this, head and everything, and I wanted to drink my juice. But I couldn't even reach over to grab it. I couldn't even extend this arm out to go grab it. So they had to put mad straws. When you put the straw inside the straw inside the straw. So they put 3 to 4 straws inside each other to reach me if I was to like that. And it's just one of those moments where you're just like, damn, I'm literally this weak physically, and I have who knows how much longer amount of days left until I can go back to my regular self. And especially for someone that is typically physically active, since I do football and things of that sort, me missing out on the football season was also because I wasn't able to be physical. I wasn't able to be in shape, and I had to wait months for that to be I had to wait months in order for myself to feel comfortable with doing a certain type of movement. I'm just now beginning to do stretches over the head, like legit stretches. Before I was too nervous. I was a little too scared to do that stuff because I want the best results possible, and if I want that, I have to give as much time to my body in order to have that. So with that being said, me being laid up and I can't even explain how I would literally, I know it's bad to count down the minutes and the hours and all that, but literally I would count down the minutes in every hour just so I could be like, okay, this day is done. Now we're one more day closer to being back to normal. Excuse me. But all that was it was really tough. It was really tough, and no one had mentioned or said anything to me about surgery being that mentally straining. So if you're gonna have top surgery soon, be aware of that, because, and especially if you don't have anything to do to pass the time, it's gonna be a lot harder. I didn't have anything to do. I was watching Netflix and Hulu. I went through so many shows, even shows I didn't even want to watch, but it was They ain't got nothing else. So, and that was hard. And since it was like the summertime, I didn't have any homework. So even like I don't mind homework, because you know when you get to that point where you're like, I don't want to do it, but like I'll do it because like I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't even have the homework to be doing that for. So yeah, that's the top surgery. And then like also the fact that you don't know what your results really are until like a couple months out. I would say maybe 3 or so months, at least personally for me. That's when I really got to see that my results were somewhat solidified, or real to see. Because before it was like, you guys remember the pictures. If you don't, go watch those videos. But like, it would be kind of black on the line. You would still see the stitches before they fell off or disintegrated. Or I don't really remember how they just disappeared slowly. And then same with like the nipple area with those stitches still kind of popping out. It was just like, I want my chest to look like this, but right now it's looking like this. And yeah, so just hoping or wishing the best for yourself and not being able to see what that future looks like yet, even though you went through the motions and paid a lot of money for that end goal or that future result, and you still don't know what it looks like, and you're literally hooked up like this and you can't even like take a peek or anything. Yeah, it's hard. And dating was hard because again, if I can't some juice properly, I was not able to like really stand up and bathe myself. It was so hard. Eventually I was given a loofah on a stick or something, and then I had to try to do that, but like I couldn't go over my head like that to be scrubbing. It was just hard. It was a tough time. Now I'm gonna transition to the testosterone, taking testosterone for 4 years. I would say after year 1 and 2, at least personally for me, the results were really solidified. Like I experienced my voice drop around month 3. Like it would slowly like reveal itself, but at month 3 I was like, okay, my voice is different from how I had started. And then like after 1 year I was like, okay, so this is what my voice is really sounding like. And then from around year 2-ish, I was like, okay, my voice hasn't changed drastically like it did within the first year, so I guess this is what my voice is really gonna sound like at the end of the day, or whatever. So that's how it was with my voice. I think if I was to put it in like a chronological order, I would say month 3 I noticed a difference. Month 5-ish, 6-ish, I was like, okay, this is significantly different. And then month 9 I was like, oh, okay, it's a little bit of change, but it's like littles from like the previous month. And then the year was just like, oh, now I can really like see or hear the difference from how I started to now. I'll try to include a clip before and after. Overall, I would say testosterone has helped me a lot when it comes to like my thoughts, my day-to-day lifestyle, the way how I even just the way how I see myself now. I'm a lot more confident. I can like stand tall. I'm very confident to help others, and as you guys can tell, like if I didn't have testosterone, I was never making these YouTube videos, because initially I wanted to make YouTube videos and document the process, my progress. But then I was like, you hear that voice? So I was like, I'm not doing it, and I didn't. But now I wish I did, because then I would have like hardcore documentation that you guys could refer back to. But it is what it is. But that just shows how like bad my dysphoria was. But we cool now. We cool now. So a lot of people ask about height. I believe when I first started, I was 5'2", like 5'2.5". Now I'm 5'3", just barely. So can you get taller? Can you grow some inches? I'm gonna say yes, but no. Like, I was very fortunate to start like when I had just turned 15, right? So puberty wasn't, going crazy. Like, it wasn't stupid crazy nutty bananas or anything, but it was still somewhat prominent in my life because that was like, you guys know puberty. That's when that stuff starts hitting. But and I know majority of the people that take testosterone would start maybe at age of 18. So I had like, I was ahead of y'all, pretty much, or the majority. So I don't know if people are going to be able to grow, especially when I think everything I'm saying right here, this is all from Sean's education and understanding of the world and testosterone and body parts and stuff like that. So do not take me as a doctor or anything. I am not nowhere close to being a doctor. But from what I know or what I've heard is that the estrogen in your body, obviously in females in particular, it locks up the bones that enables you to grow in your legs, like in height and stuff like that. I believe in your knees, maybe. Yeah, you guys already know the disclaimer. So that's why females are typically shorter than guys. So, and I believe you stop growing maybe 18, maybe 21. I forget which one it was. But like, if you guys were to put all that in perspective, depending on when you start testosterone, you can either see a bigger growth in terms of height, but I wouldn't say it's going to be anything dramatic where you're going to be 5'2" one day and then what, you're going to be 6'3" the next. No, that's just not reasonable. And also, my mother is 5'2" and my father's like 5'10" or something. So I was destined to be an NBA player and have their height, so it's whatever. But I think those are the only big ones that actually affected my life so far. I know people are to be cautious or they're nervous about the receding hairline. I'm not super duper worried about that because I'm still young, and also what was I saying? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm still young, so I'm not super duper worried about that. It is what it is. I'm just going to be getting the male hairline of a typical male. So whatever that process looks for typical males is what it's going to be looking like for me. So I'm fine with that, I guess, if that makes me any more normal. So yeah. I would say that is practically it. So that was my changes, my noticeable changes, most noticeable for me. Oh wait, actually, since we're talking about this, facial hair. Obviously, it's gonna be different for everyone based off genetics. I do not have the hairiest family. It took me a while to get this little stash, and it's not even like crazy. I'm gonna scare you guys real quick. All right, so don't get super scared. Don't be scared. Yeah, and then we just now starting to grow some of that. I know that like one of the first things that came were like neck hairs. It's like over here. My sideburns, they from like day one, those were going like crazy. Those grew crazily. So I always get that tapered or whatever. because I don't like it. I don't like them. But mustache, I don't remember when that started coming in. It came in like very slowly, gradually. It was not the first year. I doubt it was the second year. It was probably third year, fourth year. So that's just me, though. If you guys want a mustache and beard, I hope you guys have better luck. So that concludes today's video. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next time.